And then next up, we get a Keith Lee promo vignette that was kind of just there, but is a excellent opportunity to talk about a recent story that came
So,
out.
well, like, number one, I don't really care for Keith Lee's promos. But yeah, a story came out recently during the week. Actually, it came out a while ago, but people seem to forget it. And I think a lot of people think that it's bullshit because it's like one of those, oh, WWE's trying to smear his name or something like that. And like, there's just a lot of reports of him having like a bad attitude backstage and stuff. And I want to share my experience because I know Keith Lee, or I knew him. We kind of came up together. He trained at Killer Tim Brooks's school, and we worked at a lot of companies together. We had a couple matches on the indies and stuff. And he might be different now. I don't know Keith anymore. I don't know if he's like different. So I don't want to like sit here and say anything bad about him. I just want to like give my experience with him. But when I first met Keith, he was really nice. Like he was very cool, really nice. I liked Keith a lot. And as time went on, he started getting opportunities. He got to be an extra at WWE, things like that. He started getting kind of a big head, and he had attitude problems. And that's what these reports were saying. They're attitude problems. When I heard about them, I'm like, that fits in exactly with the way he was. He got to a point where he would just argue with I'm trying to think of a way I can just like put this, but there was a group of him and like a group of other people who loved to politic backstage. They politicked with the promoter. They would show up to wrestling practice. Like I would train at that school sometimes, like to get some ring time, and they would show up in their street clothes and they would not get in the ring. They thought they were too good to train and practice and stuff. And with that said, I think Keith was very, very talented. Do I think he could have been better at way faster? Absolutely. But he's always had kind of an attitude. He never wanted to like train or work out or anything like that. He never did. And neither did his buddies. And but they would spend a lot of time hanging out with the promoter and just politicking, like just making him laugh and just being buddy. And it got to a point where like you'd hear him backstage and the promoter would be like, hey, we need you to do this, or we want you to do that. Or they're putting together a match. And I heard this line, like Keith had this line that he said all the freaking time. And he would go, I don't like it. Like whenever he didn't like something. And I heard it so much and I would get so mad about it. And there was one time he got hurt in a match. It was a championship match at XCW. He was wrestling Hernandez, and Hernandez was to put him over. He was gonna try to make Keith Lee, and like at least on the indies there. And Keith got hurt. He got suplexed on the floor. I think he hurt his sciatic nerve. Nobody knew it was wrong at first, but he couldn't really stand. To his credit, he finished the match, but it was awful. Like Hernandez, took his move or did something. I don't even remember what the finish actually was, but it looked bad. It looked weak, and Hernandez had to be pinned by it. He went through a lot of trouble to do that, and then Keith won their championship, and then all throughout the time that he was champion, I heard it all the time. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. And when it came time for him to drop the belt, he didn't want to do it. So he no-showed. He no-showed the show. And I just think that was so shitty that Hernandez did all that, put him over when it didn't look good. And it probably could have hurt Hernandez if he wasn't on TV, and he didn't even want to drop the title to anybody. I just thought that was so shitty. So when I hear these reports about him having a really bad attitude, I believe it. And man, I don't know if Keith will ever hear this, and I know that we didn't get along in the end, but dude, you have a lot of talent and you have an opportunity to do shit the right way. So fucking stop, dude. Be cool.
Promo
that's
cut.
Fine. I wasn't trying to cut a promo or anything, but like shit, man, he's got a golden opportunity. And if you got kicked out, if you got fired from WWE because they didn't want to put. I mean, they didn't do you right, man. They fucked you over. But if you got fired from WWE in part because of your attitude, well, it's time to fucking make a change, man. Because I know how talented you are, and you were really fucking cool at the beginning. So, you know, and he wasn't bad to work with. Like, the actual match wasn't bad. Like, it was fun to work with Keith. But, you know, those, I fucking believe those reports. So,
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, to be honest, I don't like it's, you know, kind of a, I don't know how that ranks compared to, I don't like it, brother, but it
that doesn't work for me, brother.
But,
that doesn't work for me, brother.
you know, it's obviously, yeah, you know, same message, different flavor to it, but yeah, hopefully.
I will say this one more thing, that the people that he hung around with, one of them was somebody that was on TV pretty recently and will be on TV again probably. So another person with a bad attitude. So I'll just put it out there.
Do we get to find out if they show up on TV again?
We will see. I don't want to like unfairly like talk about somebody if there's no reports out there, because they could have like changed and they could be a lot different now. And, you know, they don't deserve that kind of press. But, you know, with Keith, it's out there. It sounds like he's still doing what he's doing. And I just, I really hope that he kind of turns it around. I want good things for Keith. So, but there is somebody else that in that very group that hung around, like, that was on TV and is on TV, or that probably will be on TV again. So, yeah.
I guess we'll find out.
Little cliffhanger.
Yeah, a little cliffhanger.
Back